shitty topic to be talking about. But just moments ago, I just got off the phone with Maateiwarangi Morris, who's just let me know of a press conference from the New Zealand Prime Minister that's just taken place, announcing that the travel bubble between Australia and New Zealand is being closed as of today. And they're going to reassess in 8 weeks' time. So, really shitty, really shitty outcome to have happened. But yeah, I'm no longer permitted to travel to New Zealand. Uh, really sucks. Maateiwarangi and I were looking forward to this really big. Both peaking nicely for this match, in good shape. Really good shape. Obviously, we've got a lot of money on this match too, between myself and Devon Larratt's Armbet and Stake Kings. But it looks like, unfortunately, the travel bubble between Australia and New Zealand has been slammed shut. Now, Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, as I said, has mentioned that in 8 weeks' time they're going to reassess. So I don't know what. I've got to speak to Devon. I've left Devon a message. I haven't yet spoken with him personally, but I have to speak to him as to what we're going to do, because obviously there's been a lot of money put in StakeKings.com for this match. So honestly, I would like to still have the match. I'd like to reschedule it. Maateiwarangi is of the same sort of opinion that it would be best if we could somehow reschedule this and still have the match, because we want to know. Maateiwarangi, at the end of the day, is the man in Oceania in the super heavyweight division for quite some time. And I wanted to have my opportunity to take that title off him. So it's yeah, frustrating to say the least. COVID has killed so many of the opportunities for arm wrestling for me personally, and this is just once again yet another one. So I'll have to reorganize flights and all this kind of stuff, and yeah, it's annoying. This arm is so strong right now. It's ridiculous how strong this arm is right now, and it was in really good shape. So Maateiwarangi and I, yeah, gonna have to put it on the back burner, and I don't know. We just have to wait now. We have to wait the damn 8 weeks and see what the Prime Minister of New Zealand says. But yeah, the one silver lining to this is the fact that on the 7th of August is the Queensland State Arm Wrestling Championship, and on that date, Lachlan Adair is going to be competing. Now, I wasn't going to be competing in that because it was only going to be 7 days before my match with Maateiwarangi. So what that does mean is that alternatively, I will be facing Lachlan Adair in a tournament on the 7th. So Daniel Urick comes in with a $5 super chat. He says that is some BS. Daniel Urick, thank you, man. I appreciate that, and I agree. It's a lot of shit. I'm totally over it. Legitimately over it. But what can you do? Hands are tied. So I will face, on the 7th of August, I will face off in the Queensland State titles. Like I said, Lachlan Adair is competing. He's confirmed to be competing in that. So Lachlan Adair and I will formally clash on the 7th of August, which is only 2 weeks away. So Lachlan Adair will get the benefit of facing me in good form. You guys saw from the last training session that we have that, yeah, that it's the balance is new. There's a new there is a new balance. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But unfortunately, the match with Maateiwarangi was going to be 6 rounds, and I'll tell you right now, I was going to kill him. I was literally going to kill Maateiwarangi. In an arm wrestling sense, I think it was going to be so dominant. It was going to be so dominant. It was literally going to be. It was going to be savage. It wasn't going to be just a victory. It wasn't going to be ground out. It was going to be an offensively done victory. I was going to hit him so hard, his wrist was going to buckle, and I was going to crush him. I was going to absolutely crush him. It was going to be a 6-0 job. Yeah, that's how I was feeling personally. There was no doubt going into it. I wasn't trying to convince myself of whether I could win. It was, I'm going to win, and I'm going to win bad. Tim Pipe comes in with a super chat, $5. Tim Pipe says, can't wait to see the promos for you and Lockie. Yeah, man. Like I said, Lachlan and I were always intending on having as many super matches with other people as we could before we'd face each other. I was going to face Maateiwarangi, he was going to face Ben Carroll. That was going to unequivocally get us established as number 1 and 2 in the country, and then we'd face. But with COVID circumstances, it looks like that we're going to find out who's ahead out of myself and Lachlan before then, because we just don't have any other opportunities. So Lachlan and I will face in a tournament. So it's not a super match, but we'll face at least twice, because it's going to take 2 victories to establish the win. But the tournament's going to have Jordan Davis in it. The tournament's going to have Marcus Atirai in it. The tournament's going to have Fasali Mateo in it. So there's going to be a few other people in there that are decent arm wrestlers. But undoubtedly, it's going to be a Lachlan Adair Ryan Bowen final. So another super chat comes from Ryan Bowen's bicep vein. It's not pumped at the moment. Sorry. Oh, it's there somewhere if I pump it up. It says, I was way too much for him anyways. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Ryan Bowen's bicep vein. I really do feel like I was going to be way too much for him. I really do believe Maateiwarangi is a legitimately elite dude. He really is. I want to see him personally pull in North America. I want to see him pull in the WAL. I think he'd do fine in many of those respects. He's a strong guy. His fundamental strengths are huge. And he's a talented top roller. That said, I was going to stop him. I was going to crush him. I was going to take his hand and wrist away from him, and then it was going to isolate his inability to arm wrestle in any other way outside of his move. So anywhere in the hook was one-way traffic for me. Anywhere with his wrists kept flat was one-way traffic for me. So that's what I was going to do to him. But I do want to see Maateiwarangi get his opportunities, and I'm glad the international scene has had this opportunity to kind of see that Maateiwarangi exists as a monster of a man, and someone with a 270 kilo bench press, and someone with back pressure and biceps, 24-inch biceps. He's someone that legitimately deserves his opportunity in the sun, and he'll get it. And I'm glad that this build-up, even though it's now stunted, I'm glad this build-up has somewhat brought the attention of the arm wrestling world onto Maateiwarangi, because he's a really good dude. And I got a lot of time for him and want to see him succeed. But yeah, as I said, guys, so if you have just joined in, unfortunately, the match is suspended. At the moment, we don't know when we can reschedule for. The match was, of course, going to happen on the 14th of August, but the Australia-New Zealand travel exemption has been closed. I am no longer permitted by the New Zealand government to travel to New Zealand. Despite there being really no COVID issues going on in the state that I'm in, there are COVID issues going on within the state of New South Wales at the moment, and yeah, hence they've made the decision that they've made. But unfortunately, there's nothing that Maateiwarangi or myself or Devon or anyone can do to change that. Yeah, so we're just going to have to deal with it. But anyway, what else is going on in these comments? Daniel Urich comes in and says, where do you get your handles you work with to get the game? Daniel Urich, thank you, brother. PamFanArmWrestling.com, all of the handles that I train with are available. Daniel, send me that email. I'm waiting on that email so I can send you some goodies, man. That'd be good. But yeah, PamFanArmWrestling.com, man. You guys know it. I know you know it. Yeah, it was going to be a good match. I want to put a shout out to Puller Magazine, Giordano Cruz, for the work he did on the promotional video for that match. Probably, in my opinion, the best promotional video that I've personally had involvement in. Giordano Cruz, thank you, sir. Please, guys, go and subscribe to Puller Magazine. They're doing a lot of good things in the background of the sport, and they're only growing more. So, yeah, awesome stuff. And to Devon, I want to thank Devon for his involvement in getting Stake Kings involved in this match. Like I said, I don't know what happens now with everyone who has staked on the match. I know there'll probably be an option for a refund. There might be an option also to just keep the match live and just change the date. I don't know. I got to talk to Devon about that one. Daniel Eric, I PM'd on Instagram. Thank you, man. I will check it, and I'll send you some goodies. Why does my camera output have the quality of a toaster at the moment? Oh, hang on. This is just using my selfie camera. Let me wipe the screen. Or wipe the lens. I don't know. Is that better? It's just sitting. It's just my selfie camera. I apologize. Where is that? Hang on. Am I on the dodgy Wi-Fi? No, I'm on good internet too. I don't know. I apologize. Anyway, if I beat Lachlan, will you consider yourself number one? Yeah, I would. I give Lachlan the nod as the number one guy. I think he's done enough to to have that title, but you guys know what my goal is. It's nothing short of number one. So yeah, of course, if I beat Lachlan convincingly, I'll consider myself number one. I consider Ben Carroll a close second to Lachlan at the moment. I actually put myself third in Australia, out of respect for those two super heavyweights. But if I beat Lachlan, I put myself ahead of Ben, because I do believe Lachlan is ahead of Ben in many respects. So we'll see. We'll see what I do to Lachlan on the 7th of August. It'll be a good match. No doubt it'll be a good match. Yeah, it'll be good. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that one there. Short and sweet live. I do apologize to everyone who was backing and looking forward to this match. COVID. I'm over it. I'm totally done. Because someone asking, am I able to stay in peak form until the COVID suspension is lifted? Yeah, look, I'll stay in peak form. Don't expect my form to change much. I am going to stay in peak form for a considerable amount of time. My progress is just going to keep doing this. It's just going up. Yeah, anyway, Lachlan Adair, 7th of August. That's the trade-off for all this situation. And in the form of a tournament, double elimination tournament, you'll see me hammer Jordan Davis, you'll see me hammer Marcus Satiro, you'll see me hammer Fatali Matei. Whoever gets in my way, I'll hammer. And then Lachlan Adair and I will be in the final. And we'll find out who really is number one in Australia right now. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you soon.